Hello, Shoggoth Unknown here, back with more Dwarf Fortress here on the 2nd of January 2023. Local time right now is 15:19, and I want to do another little offline session here. I don't know how much of the reservoir I will complete. This may be short, or it may curse me and be Dwarf Fortress. But I had a couple of things that I actually wanted to handle, like seriously wanted to handle, that have been bothering me a lot, and that might help the game performance quite a bit. So the big thing I want to do is actually set up some butcher shops up here and everything. We're going to make sure that we don't have as much issues with stuff rotting. And I'm going to see about some stockpiles and a couple different things. So one of the options here that I want to do is bone crafts. So bone crafts. And we'll probably say amount of unrotten bone body parts, at least 10. Make 10, I guess. Just keep them going. We'll say 15. Keep a few extra just sitting around, I guess. And what I was thinking for that is we could come down here to the Dwarf shop where they actually use those, and we can try making a quantum stockpile. I guess I was also thinking we get rid of some of these. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get this set up initially because we got a lot of crap in here. Got a lot of leather, some different stones and such. It would probably be a good idea to remove the stones from this because they can get stones from next door. And I think that'll be just fine. And then that allows us to put more interesting things in here for the crafts. So that's one option. We'd have to go into the custom settings. Refuse, I think, is actually... Yeah, no, that's okay. I think hair might be okay. So there's a lot of stuff I was kind of looking into, and I want to make sure that we try to get some decent settings on these stockpiles and stuff and work things out. I guess if we take bones down here, we do have skulls obviously. We take bones down here, we could do a quantum stockpile. So it could be something like... construction. Track stop. We go left at full force. And it's going to be... doesn't matter all that much. I don't know what I made. Oh, I made the other ones out of iron. Just for consistency. I may do 2 of them here. For different things. But we're just going to start with bone. So then here we're going to do a stockpile. Accept. Custom. Bones and skulls. I don't know about teeth. We'll just do bones and skulls for now. And once we set that up, we should be able to comfortably move things into a quantum stockpile over time, although that's not going to get the bones down here. But if we leave this open for just a moment, we wait here for just a moment, the manager or whatever will go ahead and issue the order, and we'll start making bone crafts. And that's going to help burn off a lot of our excess from up top. While we're doing this, we're also going to be making more limestone blocks and just killing some time. Which actually does tell me we should be trying to make progress on this as well, now that I think about it. because we're going to run out of time before the freeze. So let's not completely forget about it, but we'll give them a little bit of opportunity to make some things. No, they cannot take from anywhere. We're waiting on this here. Is it U? No, it's H for minecarts. I almost said Minecrafts. Yeah, I'm definitely not aiming for this to be another 5-hour session. I can say that. Okay, so we have... Quantum bone. We're going to add a minecart. I'm going to add this stop here. And we're going to set this to just take refuse, and it's going to be bones and skulls. And I think I dipped this down to 75%. And I'm wondering about one thing. Hit done on that. Link a stockpile that we take from. I wonder if we need to put it to the side or if this will also work. So we're going to find out. Yeah, that's fine. The last one is back in here. We need kick. And there we are. So we have us another quantum stockpile. If set up correctly, that will allow us to take a lot of bones, skulls, etc. And I think I want to turn off in this pile. Let's go in here while I'm thinking about it. And let's actually turn off wood. Let's turn off stone. Because I think we're taking the stone already over here. Economic and other stone. So we already have that stone that we were requesting. We don't need it to be gathering up in here and wasting room. Now up here, we're going to build some butcher shops, and we're going to link them up to some refuse stockpiles that don't take bones. And those bones will hopefully make their way down to the, they'll make their way down to the other stockpile. It's a little bit of distance. If we really wanted, we could make a dump site that falls through and somehow, I mean, it'll go through the bedrooms, that's a problem, but we could do something that would make it get down there faster. We could even minecart it down Z levels and stuff. There's options. We're going to just start with basic hauling for now. My hope at the moment is that we will see... Wait. I think, did I forget one thing? No, we're good. My hope at the moment is that we will see a frame rate improvement after we butcher a lot of animals, and I don't want to do it, but there was a thing, they used to call it a cat explosion, and we've kind of suffered that. I also heard it called a thermonuclear cat explosion. I think that was by editing the raw files and making cats like really hot or something. That was just kind of a goofy thing, but I've heard about that before. I think that's basically what we're suffering. We have so many animals up there, we cannot keep up with that. It's not something that's sustainable. So I think we should go ahead and start dealing with that. We started once, we butchered a bunch, we had a lot of things rotting. It wasn't a good place to be. Are you moving? You're making crafts, okay. So now we have people, yep, it's already working. We have 2 echidna skulls in there. So now we have room for them to bring stuff down here. And it'll happen slowly but surely. If there are any skulls in any of these bins or anything. Lots of cloth. Lots and lots of cloth. So much cloth I didn't know was possible. So what this also tells me now is we could have another stockpile for some other crafting related thing, another quantum, if we want to do that. And that'll be good. So let's go up here. B, I always forget what workshops is. O. And then how do we do butchering? B, of course. You have to make sure. You don't know until you confirm. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up some butcher shops. Just right up here. And we'll use the limestone blocks. Now the benefit to building butcher shops up here is that we are exposed to open air, and even if something does rot, miasma will not form. So that is a starting benefit. We need BNF. We're going to put some floors in here. Because we have holes in the ground where the trees were at. Now I may also place some tanner shops up here as well, as the way they automate, if something is close enough to them, they'll kind of automatically work, but we don't really have that set up right now. Limestone blocks, and we do have a lot. We can go work on the Diluvian machine over here. I forgot how much progress we made. That's really good. Oh, we do have a lot of open space here. I didn't realize that. And we can't get in here, so mine M and X to do that. And then we will say B N F to build some floors. We don't have access. So we have to wait until at least one of these it's a bit of a problem. MX, remove that. Now we hit U, no, not U, X, yeah, X to undesignate. We go from the top. We go from the, well, not the top. I always refer to top and bottom as like up and down in these games, but with Z levels that doesn't work too well. We'll go from there, and we'll have access from that little bit of walkway that does exist. B in F. Now it probably doesn't matter all that much, but it would be nice to, you know, build this properly, seal this thing up. And yeah, it is my hope. What we're going to do is we're going to get some stuff set up, and we're going to go really hard on the butchering. We can't really do quantum stockpiles with food properly because of the way the bins work. Bins, barrels, stuff like that. We can't really set that up in a quantum stockpile. So food has to be treated a little bit differently. And it is probably the most annoying because of that. Limestone blocks. Limestone blocks. And we actually don't need an open space there. Don't know how this floor slipped by. This does need to be open. Okay, we're good there, so we'll just wall across this entire thing with limestone blocks. And now it's just a little bit left for the rooftop here, and I didn't look at how many we had left, but I don't know if it was quite enough. So let's hold off on doing anything else here, and let's take a look at this stockpile. We do have a lot of bones starting to show up. If we were to come down here and remove this stockpile, we go to the paint option, and we go here, and we just start undesignating things. These bones should now be free game, fair game, to be taken down there. I will leave some spots with like the barrel there, although we'll have to make sure to come back and take care of that. I may pull up, not a guide, but just like, not even the wiki, like, I saw Reddit posts and stuff. What? Oh, that is a separate stockpile. I forgot I made a second one. I was looking at like even Reddit posts and stuff from many years ago of people, people talking about dealing with these kinds of issues. And so there will be some information there that I might find useful. There we go. I don't know why that was forbidden. So there may be some useful information there that we can look at. I was skimming it this morning, and I don't quite remember exactly, but people were saying, these are the things that you want in your stockpiles. It was a little bit, how would you say it? Not vague, I don't know. It was not the most obvious thing. I was like, well, what all does that entail? And especially with the Steam version now, what all does that entail? So there may still be a few questions remaining, but I think it's okay. We'll make some jet slabs because they look cool. We'll make 3 of them because they asked. And I will come back down here, and this should fill up much more effectively once they start recognizing that. And we also have these bone crafts in the work now. So that will be pretty good. With any luck, they would move all this stuff over here, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Because it's no longer valid for this stockpile, so maybe they will. I don't know what this guy was doing. Store item in vehicle. I think he's doing it. We have these hooves showing up down here. Not entirely sure what that's from. It's from horns and hooves, okay. We have a lot of those. So let me just, you know, be very professional here and start looking around. See, Butcher's Shop on the wiki says, a good way to cut down on clutter and to prevent your butchered animals from rotting is to build a quantum stockpile right by your butcher shops and then place a stockpile at the bottom. This way, as meat is produced, you can order it dumped into the stockpile so it is stored easily and will not rot. But it can rot. And then it just says, to prevent rotten meat from producing miasma, channel out a shaft above your butcher shops and build a wall around it on the surface. This way, if meat rots, it will not produce miasma. And I get that, but it doesn't really specify what to put in the stockpile. So I'm not so sure about that one. Let's go back. Butchers filled with rotting meat from 2015. Well, I'm not seeing... We do have a garbage dump. But that's another thing that we should look at, is the standing orders. So let me... Where is that at? Labor? Yeah, they should be doing this already. Oh, I think we still have some miasma down in our river, don't we? Oh, he finally, like, rotted away. Okay, no more miasma. Glad that's not a concern anymore. And we're still not flooding here, which is good. Wait, this says as long as food is in a food stockpile, it doesn't go bad, regardless of barrel use. Maybe it's food that doesn't go bad, but what does go bad is... What does go bad is the, Oh, what am I trying to say? Like, the body parts were going bad. We have hooves and stuff in here. Should I add hooves to this? I mean, I don't see any reason not to. So we can press P to go to the stockpile menu, go to custom, and we'll allow horns and hooves, probably shells as well. So we'll go back to this stockpile. That's all active. So we go capital H, horns and hooves, and shells. Gets us a little more moving in there. We have lots of hooves and stuff, and as we slaughter, that's going to keep happening. So as long as we can fit them into the quantum stockpile, we should be okay. They don't seem to rot. We need to get rid of some cats before they adopt too many people. We can't butcher the cats that adopted people. But see how many animals we have here? That cannot be helping the frame rate. That's my, you know, first goal with this. We have 4 butcher shops down here. I don't care about how any of these other ones are linked up. We're going to dismantle the butcher shop. And this butcher shop. And we're going to also put some tanner's shops up there. And we're going to put it very near the butcher shops, giving them room to, or making sure it's near enough that they can hopefully automate the tanning. But we also want to make sure that we do have that stockpile for the food and stuff that comes out, to hopefully prevent that rotting from being an issue going forward. So we'll do a quantum stockpile up here and have some fun with it. I guess something got in the way. Now, while we're waiting on some things to happen there, let's go up 10 levels and get to the top here. And we can seal this off now. It's ready to go. Now we need to get rid of these stairs. So we're gonna, not channel, not you, we're gonna do mine with M, and then we're gonna do X. And we can actually get rid of this all the way down, because we have stairs to the side that we can also utilize. So we could do that, and then we could just build the walls in on the side. Now up here, we probably have enough limestone blocks to do this. I don't quite know why someone put a sock in here, but it's going to be here. So now we need to do BNF for floor. And we simply want to grab that right there. 21 blocks. And we're kind of done here. I mean, we'll want to tear some of this down. We'll want to make the... we'll want to link the bridges to the interior of the fort. So to do that, this is the... yeah. So we're going to call it Diluvian Machine Fill. Now we do have a link to the... Yeah, if I do have 7, I'm down here and I can go over. We are linked up to the bridge, are we not? Oh, we're not. I never did that. Link lever. Doesn't really matter how quickly we go. Stuff to make sure we don't miss out on, though. The Queen has a mandate, and the Duchess. So the Queen might be crowns, the Duchess might be the good old traction benches. 2 crowns, oh, 2 goblets, and we're still working on the slabs. Alright, we have our butcher shops here. They'll bring an animal up here. They'll bop them. And then we need to output the food to a nearby food stockpile. We need to make sure that tanners can do some work. This cook withdrew from society. So you're gonna do some stonework, huh? Look how slow she's going now that she picked up the limestone. Quite incredible. There is one downside to the quantum stockpile, I believe. If they need to haul stone somewhere else, they're really slow, are they not? Because normally they could maybe grab a wheelbarrow to haul it to the... To haul... No, they wouldn't haul it from the stockpile with a wheelbarrow. They only haul 2. And they have wheelbarrows in the other one, so it's fine. Never mind. Well, let's go back up to the surface and think about how I want to do the tanner shops. Do I just put them directly next to these? B-O... And it's under farming, tanner. Now this is kind of important because when you're dealing with this stuff, when you're dealing with the tanners and all that, the skins can also rot. We want to ensure that we try to not let them do that. Did I already get rid of the tanner? That must, I think that was what was here, because I'm not seeing another one. So I think we are fine on that. We do have bone crafts happening up here. We'll probably relegate that to all happening downstairs as we slowly dismantle more of this over time. This also reminds me of something I keep forgetting to do. BO, and it's going to be Metalsmith. And we'll select material with the steel anvils that we made, if you recall. And now we may take metal blocks in, or metal bars in over here. Although when they're being smelted over here, it's not terribly far away. But we could have a metal bar stockpile here to help things out. This is going to be good once we start our steel production, our steel weapon production fairly soon. This lady is still collecting items for the strange mood. We are in late summer. We are very close to being able to turn this thing on. BNL. Nope. I think I had something else open when I started that, or something didn't register. Limestone blocks all the way down. That is now completely sealed. And did I place the... No, I did not place these two mechanisms yet. BML. Select material after placement. Jet mechanisms. Jet mechanisms. One of these is going to be map. One of these is going to be false entrance. And then, of course, the bottom one is to fill the reservoir. I hope 760 power is enough for these pumps. The current power requirement says 282, and I think we're going to add a minimum of 200. We have 10 pumps. I don't know if I've mathed this out correctly, however. I'm also a little worried about this marble here on the central stair. I'm worried they're going to dump it back into the... they're going to bring it inside. I'm not as worried about losing it, but kind of would rather not. I still would like to be able to... I may, in the winter, make this go under the floor. Hollow this spot out and have a gear feeding up. That may be something I do. I don't know if anything bad will happen to the axle if it's running through the water, however. So what I may need to do is come down here, go down a couple layers, and feed it up right here, which just barely works. It's in our access way, our access hallway, to the side of the false entrance. They've begun their construction. Do we have Tanner workshops? We do. We have some of them built now. We can do some mass butchering. So, barrels and bins and stuff. Let's see what else. I was reading some stuff this morning. Let's see. Refuse. There ought to be a refuse stockpile right next to it and a meat/fat/skin stockpile on its other side. That way your haulers only have a short distance to go. Now this is from 2017 on the Bay 12 forums. So... we can come down this way and just build a big old stockpile. 3, 6, 9, 10. So that's 30. No, it's not 30. That's 60 blocks. I don't know why I was thinking I was only 3 wide. It's not a very large stockpile, but... and it would help if I didn't cancel it. Don't take from anywhere yet. So they say, we can unpause now. Refuse stockpile with meat, fat, skin on the other side. I think what we want to do is say refuse. Refuse, by the way, is not the same as a garbage dump. That's another thing to note. But we already have a place for bones, skulls, teeth, and hooves, do we not? We did teeth below, didn't we? Or did we do shells? I think we did shells. But in fact, I will go ahead and say shells are no good here. We want them down here. Human Axe Lord has bestowed the name Iquizat upon a bronze great axe. Bronze is okay. So this is actually looking better already. Custom refuse. We do skulls through horns and hooves. So if I click on this stockpile, we did not include teeth, but we'll go ahead and include teeth. Although I don't know if we use them for anything. I don't believe they will rot or anything, so we can just accept that. I will include teeth here. I don't know if we use them for anything, though. So we'll go back up. I would love if they would clean all this out. We do have this other stockpile here, and this is another type of refuse pile. It's corpses, more corpses. But I think we're just going to leave this to everything that wasn't already a part of the other stockpile. So the other thing that was mentioned is meat, fat, skin. So how do we do that? Let's see. Open up a stockpile. Turn that off. Oh, it's set to none by default. We don't have to worry about them. Okay, meat, fat, and skin. Custom. Where is meat? In here. So that will be all meat, all fat. What is miscellaneous liquid? Lye and milk of lime. Okay, meat and fat, and a skin in here. Refuse. Not in here. Animals? No. It's all leather, it's not skin. I would think it would be under refuse, but where would it be? Tanned hides. Rotten rawhide, raw fish. Let me look up skin stockpile. I cannot type dwarf on my phone. I always do DEARF. Skin stockpile. Fresh raw hides seems to be what we want. So in refuse, item types. Fresh rawhide, that counts as skin. Okay. Now, I want to make these only be supplied by the butcher shops, right? Let me pause. I can click a lot faster with it paused. Okay, and for this one, why is that custom? Oh, because it's two different things, right? So for this one, we will accept from these. I don't really care where they supply it to, but I do care that they accept from wherever they can. Now here, I think I'd like to try a quantum meat stockpile from here. We just say quantum food, and then it'll include all the meat and stuff. And if it's correct, then we won't have to worry about rotting so much. Now up here we don't have to worry about miasma, but we still have to worry about them potentially rotting. We'll put it right here. Make it out of iron. Iron. And this is going to be quantum food. Butcher. Okay, I can't type more. We don't take from anywhere. And we'll just say food. But we need to turn off barrels and stuff. If this works the way I hope it does. Now down here, we'll wait on the track stop to be built, and we'll set up the minecart and stuff once it's ready. Let's take a look over here. We still have all these stones in here, unfortunately. We need to make some stone crafts, and they'll work that out, I guess. I don't know how to get them to empty crap out of a stockpile. So let's go back up here and babysit this a little bit more. Make sure no one stuck themselves inside. It's not looking like it. The sock is gone. I repeat, the sock is gone. Okay, so we do need to link these up. So which one is going to be which? Bottom is going to be false entrance. And I'm going to do it that way because it's the same order as they appear over there. The one on the bottom is the false entrance, the one on the top, or north, south, however you want to think of it, is the map flutter. So we're going to link lever. To you. And to you. We're going to destroy these. Now while that's happening, let's go over here and grab this one. Diluvian machine map flutter. And we're going to link that to that. We'll test them all. Make sure things seem to be working before we fill this bad boy. We just need a couple more blocks to seal it off. And we're building the track stop now, it looks like. Better not put that stone in there. I didn't think about that. We have Nanerbubnus, a limestone earring. Worth 12,400. All Crafts Dwarf ship is of the highest quality, encrusted with rectangular gypsum cabacons and emerald-cut carnelians, decorated with giant bat leather and white stork leather and encircled with bands of honey badger leather. This object menaces with spikes of limestone, clear tourmaline, tin, and silver. I believe we will also be less likely to have run into issues with things falling down the stairs, if there are less animals and stuff bumping into each other up here, but I could be wrong. Alright, so we have the track stop. Are you hauling? Where'd that stone go? Hey, you're storing, cool. I don't know, oh, you're storing something else, you're not storing the stone. Alrighty. Add new route. Quantum Food Butcher. Assign a random minecart that's not already in use. Assign these track stops. Did I even place them in the correct? I hope I did. And we'll find out, right? So assign the track stops. Mark this to be food. And it can only come from this stockpile, which is the food one. One, two, three. Turn those to kick. Face them all left. Dump that to 75. And one day, this might be worth it. We'll find out. I'm not as worried about anything that comes out of the shops. They can get sorted out at some point. But for now, I am worried about the food. And we'll see what happens if they get stored just in a random stockpile. Put in the minecart? You sure are. You were quick. Linking one building, linking another building. What was that? Just picked it up. Steel, yeah, I was gonna say, it looked like a little hammer or something. Cool. I was thinking of also queuing up all my armor. We'll hold off a little bit longer on that. I pulled up a list of everything to make sure I don't forget anything, because there's so many different pieces. Alright, so we're gonna mine, gonna remove, get this upper stairwell, and we need to get rid of all of these. What are you doing? Oh, you're cleaning? You're not doing a good job if so, because you just dropped stuff all over the floor. We could also just sell the animals too, by the way. I could have caged them up and sold them. When the caravan shows up, like, here you go. Take these off of my hand. I don't want them. They're heavy though, with cages especially, they get heavy. And there are limits to what can be carried by the caravans. Don't ask why I smoothed that random boulder. It felt right. Oh no! Humor performers in a depression. Are you actually a citizen, or are you just a random dude? Oh, you're a citizen. Read the meaning of the siphon. Copy. Concerns the action of the siphon. The writing is quite cruel. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Wondering if that contributed to it. He's reading Berserk or something. He just gets depressed. We could try going to pets, livestock. We have too many named things. That's legitimately a bad problem. I mean, if it rots, it rots. Alright, we gotta start working on some cats. This makes me feel terrible, by the way. I love cats. More of a dog person, but cats are cool. Look at this. Telling me this doesn't affect the FPS? Come on. It's like many, many pages of cats. Still going. There's a lot of male cavy boar. I hate that we're doing it right in front of them, by the way. I don't know that they actually care, but I care, if that makes sense. We'll save 2 doe rabbits. Do we have any buck rabbits? Yeah. I don't have it in me to kill the bunnies. Lots of billy goats. What you gotta do is you gotta geld them properly. It's a little bit of micromanagement. You can't really automate this. You gotta geld them properly so it kind of keeps the population under control. Alright, we'll save a couple of each on the alpaca as well. Now for dogs. Whatever happens here happens, I guess. So you can see if they have this sword icon here, this is gelding, you know, castrating them. It's easier to tell which ones you want to keep and don't want to keep. I'm keeping about 2 of each. Dogs have some more utility though. We can make war dogs out of them. And train them up and have them fight. We'll save 3 of each for dogs. You think people are going to be butchering for a while? I think so. Alright, well, let's go for the rest of the llamas. The first 4 were exactly what I want to keep. I don't like this. This feels like some kind of genocidal stuff at this point. There's so many. Kill almost everything. Lots of nanny goats. We'll just save the first two and then keep going. I can't do the piglets. Not the babbies. Oh wait, reindeer bull. First couple. I saw another thing on the Reddit where it said, like I was gonna start my giant cave toad leather, you know, exports or whatever, and then I clicked on it, and now I have 20 of them, and they showed the part where it says like feels love after gaining a sibling. Like, nope, can't do it. Right, water buffalo bull. We're at the tail end here. We gotta get a couple more pigs from the top. Ooh, that's a lot of calves. We're gonna have to just wait on that. I know veal is a thing with was lamb, right? That's pretty much a baby animal. But I'll pass on that one. There were a couple boars up this way. Only like... Oh no, there's only two, so we'll just keep the two. Alright. Mass butcher. I don't want it to go to waste, but if it's going to save the frame rate, it's going to make this more playable. Like, we'll see, right? I don't want the meat to go to waste. I hope that this is going to preserve it, since it's at least going in a stockpile. Quantum one at that, if done correctly. I'm thinking BNK. I'm gonna do another one here. I'm gonna match this stockpile. No, I'm gonna do it for like the skin or something. Something simple. Quantum skin. And it was in here. Fresh raw hide. That's all I want. We need the track stop to be built, and then we'll be good to go there. We should take a look at this. Gonna be happening soon. I think it's already happening. Oh, he's starting with a dog. Oof. Afraid after experiencing trauma. You're 10 years old too. Wow. Yeah, let's not think too much about what's going on over there. We'll wait for the entire side to be done out of partial laziness, but also it's just a pain to have to babysit it more than necessary. Like, we're still waiting on that. I'd rather just wait on it. Yeah, that dog's been slaughtered. What we haven't done is we haven't tested it since getting this stuff set up, though. I should actually hold off a little bit on some of the stairs. I mean, we could rebuild them. But keep it in mind that it could be a problem. What happened? Where? Oh, you fell. Okay then, who wants to be a new miner? A crafts dwarf that's a dabbling miner. You're now a new miner. I've never had him fall while doing these stairs. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Someone dug the stairs out while they were standing on them somehow. You know what? Perfect timing. You want to be a citizen? We just lost someone. Welcome to the fold. B. Oh no, another one? No! What's happening? I've done this scaffolding so many times. Why are they dying? What the hell's happening? Frame rate will get better. BFX. We need one. And another one. We need not one but two slabs. This is not good. I want to get rid of the scaffolding. I'm going to try to make it happen. But we're going to have problems, aren't we? Sucks. It really does. We're going to go to refuse, and we're going to go to item types, and we're just going for the fresh raw hide. No. 'Cause we're going to produce a lot of it. They take from here. Man, the amount of times you have to click some of those. Alright. They're going into a stockpile, but I haven't seen anyone using this yet. They're storing something. Let's go back over here. More in the tragic loss. And try more. Oh, what do you want? One slab. Hey, we're gonna need it. I know what's happening too. I never did the priority to just say, hey, do this. So now that there's hauling and stuff, I think they're getting sidetracked on that. Oh, I knew it was going to happen soon, but I stopped paying attention. And the closer we get to the ground, the less likely they'll die. Let's take a look back in here. How was the linking process? Done? Not quite done, but almost. Alright, we do have dog fat laced with water making its way in here. That counts as food. I guess it does. Dog tripe, all kinds of fun stuff. You can make soap now, if they get a hold of this stuff in time. Tanning a hide was happening there. Dog meat. So something happened with the other stuff, but making progress. It's alright. Alright, we have both slabs ready, it looks like. So, zone, tomb, first one goes to who? Look for that color without the green. Like I said, the other one's pretty far down. Or I missed it. I'm telling you, we need filters on this. I just feel lucky that I have a mouse that can unlock the scroll wheel. So BFL. Oh, both of them got the good stuff. Cool. I think we're working on all the mandates. Still want to test this bad boy. Seems like a bad time to test after all this work. I think it works. We're gonna hope it works. If we need more power, we need more power, but I think we're in a position to be able to use it. As I said though, I've done scaffolding like this plenty of times without issue. Why are they dying? That's concerning. Maybe I'll wait for them to do all of this and then go the next layer. But it takes so long. Did you just... Oh no. What the hell is happening? Why did they do that? Whatever. We're gonna keep working with it for now. This is what should be happening. You're under it cutting up. I feel like that's part of the issue. We're gonna do opposite sides. No, we're waiting on a second one now, I think. Lots of things have been slaughtered. Who else died? Obak Zasadin. That's the new one. Hey, go mine this thing. I don't know how to do it. Just do it, you'll be fine. Immediately falls and dies. Coffin. Coffin. Oh my god, it's so much more responsive this way. BNX, oh, BFX. Z, we'll make a tomb. This is not good for morale. Sir, we've reported multiple deaths on the project. All in the name of progress. Work must continue. Are you gonna fall now? You're bleeding, no! Unconscious, heavy bleeding, seriously? Okay, just bleeding. Can't stand, you can't grasp. You stood on the stairs when you took them off. Why? You've been doing great. Or are you the same one? You're just a planter. I don't even know. Your leg is jacked up, your arm is jacked up, your body's bruised. You're not bleeding, at least. Fall seems to be less severe now. This is the planter. When unconscious, an artery was opened at one point. It's all gonna be okay. We can work through this. Are we linked up yet? We are, I believe. So it's time to go over here. Use a limestone block on that. Put a floor here. You could totally put something on top of this. That'd be interesting. So far, that guy knows what he's doing. Getting closer to the ground. It's promising. At least on some of these. Still have the other sides to go. And it's still quite a long drop. Waiting on that one to be gone right there. Making me nervous. Don't have a lot of time left to even start the fill. Did that miner ever get treated? In the hospital? Where are you at? Okay, we're making some progress. Still nervous. I need to start pausing just to designate right now. Let's check in here. Oh, we definitely have a few injuries. Cancer. Smashed open arm. You're the one that I just watched fall. The couple bones need setting. They're smashed apart. He's not evaluated yet. Alright, we have different meats showing up in here. We have all this skin showing up in here. Hopefully the tanners can try to keep up. Let's come back over here and unpause. What's that from? Just a glitch? Alright, well, it is sealed everywhere, right? Yes, it is sealed. Alright, let's take a look at what we have remaining. Right, this floor. This one and this one. Much closer to the ground now, so it's much safer. Much, much safer. I have a feeling they might be bumping each other off of the corners. So normally I've been using stairs on the corners as well, but I didn't for this one. That could be related to the problem. Unknown. So if we're sealed off everywhere, except for this little gap here, we might fix that in the winter. Let's test it. And we're not testing the machine, we're testing the fill. Because we are almost halfway through early autumn. Okay, we're like a third of the way, whatever. Actually, more like a... It's whatever. I'm being pedantic. Because 8 would get us to 24. 8 times 3. It's 28 days. Full lever. There may be some water leakage from where the axle goes through. I think I'll fix that in the winter, as I discussed. Sazeraar must be traction benches. Yeah. One slab and one traction bench. Is this still the slab that I queued up earlier? It is, okay. Because I noticed that a few minutes ago and I was like, but I did queue one up, it's probably the same one. I need to go ahead and put Obok to rest in a moment with the slab. We need this bar to get a lot smaller. Okay, these stockpiles are obviously working, but they're getting filled up extremely fast. The nervous tissue and stuff is not useful. Oh, I think it's active. There's mud in here, so it's definitely active. Oh my god, it works! It made it all the way up. We never test these bridges, though. So if I forgot to link something or I linked them improperly, we could have problems. Well... Ah... False entrance, pull lever, go. Oh, whoops. Actually, yeah, we'll stop machine fill. And we'll start the map flutter. We never tested the bridges. It's pretty sick. I believe this thing's working. It only needs 287. I think I went overboard. Okay. That worked all the way down. Pull lever. Come on, move out of the way. Pull lever, go. It opened. Water is starting to rush in. Why is there a slope there? That should take care of it. Alright, we closed up one part. Now, this one should close in a few moments. Quick little test there. Didn't have a lot of time for that. We'll get a little bit of water on the bottom, I guess, on the ground. We'll go reactivate the filler now. Are you coming to pull that? Good. It's a lot of water. Oh, they already reactivated it? The hell? Sure didn't waste time on that one. No, what now? One traction bench and one slab. Yeah, we're doing that. Why did it... whatever. 12 dogs and a donkey. That's what I was going to do. I was going to take care of the tomb. Let's pause while we're doing it. Ushrir, you collided with an obstacle. United with Ginkgo Wood. Yeah, you got united alright. In memory of Sarvesh, died after colliding with an obstacle, lover of green glass. All right. B, furniture. So F, and then X. Zone. There's no shortcut for tomb. Feel like I missed. I had to have. Obak. Is that you? Oh, it is. We already put Obak there. We need a... remove that zone. B, furniture, and then L for slab. Obak. Go for it. We are getting some leakage here like I thought we might. We'll try to address that in the winter, as I said. Alright, mine, X. Just have to keep a watch on this over time. Whoops. Let's go over here and let's just scroll up. See what things are looking like. It's gonna take a lot of water to fill this bad boy up. I think that much is apparent. We should be just a day or two off from the caravan. Lots of bones and horns and stuff up here. What are their clothes in the butcher shop? Alright, we're ready for more, I think. The mine, we do X. Dig that right there. If you're taking care of that, then we're ready for this. We'll come down here, you're ready for this. Just pause because it's faster. Now this one... we have to go one at a time here. They're going to end up falling or something. But it's not a big fall. Hopefully they can handle it. Because there's nothing under these. We can't forget about that. Those ones are special. You see that this is wet now. We're getting up to 3s in here. So just think about it. All 7s. It's going to be all 7s. This is going to be all 7s. This is going to be all 7s. This is going to be all 7s. And then you're going to have a little bit of backup in the aqueduct thing here. Gonna be crazy. Love it. Live, laugh, love it. I'll never say that again. I promise. We've got 14 dogs now, a donkey, a sow or so. It's a sow. Water buffalo bull, stray cat. Now I've dismissed some of that, so that's not all we've taken. We have some more things. Rest that one day. I think Obak is laid to rest. What? Laid to rest. I promise I know how to talk. But we still don't have the slab. I wanted to see what the slab says. We lost 3 miners doing that. Scaffolding doesn't work as well as I thought, apparently. There's some extra tricks to it. I didn't lose a single dwarf to that digging the entire channel under the false entrance. The one I lost was unrelated to digging. It was a child anyway, so we can just say they didn't know any better. They got where they weren't supposed to be. Alright, we're getting the one I've been waiting on. Frame rate's up to 17. Despite all this fluid going, well, it's dipping. I guess it's still recovering from the last time I paused. So the way frame rate works in games, typically, it's averaged over some amount of time. And this game has a pretty long average. It might be like 10 seconds or so. So I was like, whoa, it's actually running better, but nah. It is actually a little bit, maybe, because I've seen it at 9 for a while. We're actually going up to 10 and 11 a bit. There's a lot of fluid going on right now. A lot of fluid calculations. Next. Did they cancel? Dangerous? No. They designated it. They started doing it and then they kind of gave up. Yeah, the fluid calculations probably won't help. But killing off so many things that are doing pathfinding every single tick, that might help. Once these pumps do their thing and fill this reservoir up, which probably won't happen before the freeze. I don't know, maybe. We're getting up to 5s and 6s over there now. Is this expansive cavern, by the way? Okay, what? They started it and then they stopped again. I see storing items, but I don't see them canceling mining. Someone's going after it again. You're going towards it now, so I think it might be happening. Cue the Ron Paul meme. Alright, we'll get that one, then we just gotta get these. You're definitely getting too much leakage for my taste. Yeah, it's expansive cavern. That's all that. Get all these marble blocks back. And hopefully if anyone does fall, it won't be too bad now. They might go into the brook. That might not be good for them. The caravan has arrived on the 15th. Let me cancel a couple of these. Try to make sure they have room to do all this. Part of the guitar part there could belong in some Opeth. I'm serious. Not all of it, but some of it. See, did I pause? Why is my frame rate showing 17? Like it went up a lot all of a sudden. Operation Save the Frames. While also hurting them by pumping lots and lots of water. Alright, I think we're done. Whoever's gonna get this one, if they can take care of that. It's the last piece of scaffolding over here. We still have some stairs on the other side, at the funnel. Frame rate dipped again. I'd like to see this one gone so I can mark it and then just leave and not think about it again. Have to kill those slopes once we get to the winter as well. We have A minor coming out here. Not the note, but a person. And there's two things that are designated though. But I see this one. I hope he... Yes, he's going for the one I want. Now I can just not think about it. They should get those, no problem. We got this caravan hanging out on the road. Alright, what do we have over here? All sevens. So this will take a bit longer to fill up, obviously, because it's one wider. We've already got all sevens here. That's pretty nuts. I think we might get like up to 3 Z layers before it freezes over. But hey, the machine is done. It's filling. It can be activated at some point. And thus begins fun. Correct? Am I draining the moat by doing this? I probably am. Oh no. We could block the moat off now. Pull lever. That'll keep the moat full where it won't be just drained by flowing back out into the river. Because the river now is more shallow, so water will tend to flow out of the moat towards the river. Or the brook, rather. We should trade with them at some point. We've got... Oh, we've got so much meat. But there's a meat barrel that made it in here. Interesting. We'll see how it goes. I mean, so far, so good. Some of this nervous tissue, yeah, like some of it's rotting, but it doesn't make miasma, so we don't care. If there's a good way to automate getting that out of here, that's what I need. So I don't know if we can even do anything. I don't think we can. When I looked up the butcher shop earlier, I think I saw that there was currently no use for the nervous tissue and stuff. But they are planning on setting up something where you can use the nervous tissue to build kind of like a mech or something. Like you use the nervous tissue to power the suit. Not power, but like link up the parts of the suit. I'm just making this up. Alright. Lots of stuff going on here. More animals are gone. You're banning things. Why would you do that? We just got a caravan. Why are you being an ass? Part of me wants to just ignore trading right now, if I'm being honest. Alright, so the moat's not perfectly full, but it's pretty good. The brook is doing what it can, but it's never going to be perfect filling this up. Like, it's just too low. So yeah, we probably won't even get 3Z levels at this rate. A river would be better. Much more water. But hey, we're filling it. The only way to fix any problems now is to drain it. You know, we could potentially... If we fix the ice problem, this would be another way to help supplement the underground river in the winter. Just run it through the false entrance. Just dump. Backup reservoir. Alright. More cats. Take a look at the menu now. Still massive. Lots and lots of things marked for slaughter. Lots of things still not marked. Are they all experiencing trauma from... None of them are happy. Look at that, they all have that, like, blue face. I think they know. I think they're seeing what's happening and they're not happy. See, I didn't want to do that. I actually thought about walling it where they can't see it, perhaps. Ew, what was that? Dog intestine? I think so, yeah. Some intestines. Yeah, that's the icon we're seeing there. We're seeing it here too. Goat intestines. What is nervous tissue? How can I get rid of that? Refuse, item types. Let's just scroll through. Nothing in there. Would just be body parts. Because that just fills everything up. There's so much of it, and no one does anything interesting with it. We'll try body parts and see what happens. don't put stuff in yet. All right, BN. It's not O. Capital K. Oh, we're dragging a cat up there. You know what's happening. Afraid after experiencing trauma. No shit. I don't think they like this. Is that a kidney? Yeah, dog kidney, goat kidney, dog, alpaca. And it's been about 2 hours. We got the reservoir filling. We are cleaning up the animal population. Someone's having a bad time. Is it that human? He's in depression. That sucks. Sucks to be him. Hopefully this works out of it better in the long run. Again, I guess things in here won't rot. The problem before is we just couldn't get them where they needed to be in time. And we'll see what happens with the body parts. Maybe that gets the tissue out of the way. They take up a lot of room, and I don't know what they use them for. So if we could just maybe get rid of them, that'd be great. We have a lot yeah, we have a lot of leather showing up now. Well, maybe not a lot, but we have leather showing up now. Some of it's rotting. That's no good. And we should put a dump site now and drop it here for the soap maker. Oh, they built it. Whoops, Control H doesn't work. Shift H. Quantum body parts. Assign that. Refuse body parts. All. Take from there. Dude, I swear the game is running better. My clicks are more responsive. Frame rate shows it's going back down. It was like 20 for a moment. Did these guys leave? What happened to them? Did they never make it inside? Dude, it's not been very long. It's been less than 10 days. They came on the 15th. It's the 23rd. What's your problem, guys? Ooh, good thing is if we leave this thing running when the freeze happens, it's all going to be very shallow down here. It's going to be easy to build the mechanisms that I want. So yeah, the idea, we'll dig down like right here. Go over and go up through here. Well, it's still got to go through the water though. I'm assuming it can go through the water. If it can't, it should come up. No, let's be safe. It comes up over here and goes over. No water to be afraid of. It just works. Bit of Todd Howard in here. We're still keeping it reasonable up here. It's not great. We're keeping it reasonable up here. Let's go all the way to the bottom and count the Z levels. So we have one. Working on our second. It's almost up to all fives. I think I saw a 6 dancing around. It's a little hard to tell, but it might have spread out now, if it was. We got a lot of 5s up in the corner where we're filling from. Yep, there goes a 6. That'll spread out. So we're pretty much all 5s now. If we have until the middle of the next month, I think we've got this Z level on lock. We're going to have trouble going up to the next Z level before the freeze. Look at the way that just settled in and like almost all the 4s are gone now. Really cool. Admiring the work for a little bit there. That makes me sad. The doe rabbit child is fighting. It probably fell. Issues we've seen plenty of times. What's your problem? Why are you injured? Trouble breathing. False ribs are mangled beyond recognition. Left lung is fractured. I think we saw this one before. Hopefully we butcher this one, put it out of its misery. What's that? A beetle? Oh, they are getting the nervous tissue. Oh, that's something. I might make an atom smasher over this stockpile if it's all useless stuff. And just slap a bridge on it. Pop! And it's all gone. Sorry if that was loud. It was louder on my end than I thought. I didn't look at the volume level when it happened, though. Hey, you just slap that bridge down and it just breaks everything under it. That rabbit was found dead. Dump the body. Well, I think that marks this as a success for now. Yeah, I mean, I would say it does. Although we still need to do the full test. We need to get the reservoir to max and open up the map flutter and just unleash the fun. Yeah, we'll avoid the axle going through the water. I'll build it over the winter, over the freeze. It's like winter break. Let me look it up here. Keeping 3s now. It's not doing great. This thing's probably not helping the frame rate, let's be honest. We are basically all 6s now. A couple 7s dancing around. They'll eat up those 5s. One more 5 hanging out. Come on. The 5 is not actually moving. It's the 6s that are moving around the 5. Right? So the way it works is if a 6 is next to a 5, the 6 can flow into the 5 because the 5 is less, right? So the higher water flows into the lower water. But then if there's only one 5 like that, it looks like the 5 is the one moving. So in a way, this is almost like waves or something through the water when you get like these 7s dancing around. But it's kind of weird. Again, the 7s aren't really the ones moving. But they kind of are. You know, it's like when people talk about electrons and they describe it as the electrons are not flowing, it's like the holes that are moving or whatever. I don't remember like electrons flowing in wires or stuff for electricity. Very weird way of describing it. I think it's safe to say I see no reason this one won't be done. It's almost all 7s now. But this is only the second Z level. This is bonkers. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13 by 11. And then this will be what? 14 by 12? 15 by 13? 16 by 14? Of all 7s. And I wanted to make the reservoir larger. I really did. Material was being too much of an issue. Frame rate was an issue. You cannot keep up with these stockpiles. Too much butchering. We have random hematite and stuff in here too. Maybe one day they'll haul that stuff down where it belongs. Oh, I'm on the wrong shop. Any reason we're not currently making bone? Someone up here might be doing it. I know this helps speed things up, but I should get rid of a few of these now. At any rate, they have to haul the stuff from down below up to here most of the time as these stockpiles normalize. But I think, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to get rid of some of these shops up here. This carpenter, we don't need you here anymore. Oh, we have another thing. We have pedestals. Make rock pedestal. If we have less than... less than 5, make some. Now, why do I want to do that? I think it's like a display case, but less fancy. So I don't have to worry about the glass. Ergo, it's actually easier to work with. I can make the nobles and stuff happier. Because I've been like, dude, I don't feel like making all the glass and crap just to make a display case and then have you still not be happy. Is it just drying up by the end? Not quite, we still have some 2s. Nothing will completely dry up yet. I mean, the 1s can, but I think... Actually, no. That's drying up. Yeah. We are very destructive right now with this device. The Diluvian. I almost like Diluvian device more. Diluvian machine to me sounds cool though. My brain thinks of like the Laputin machine, which is a Deus Ex reference. Sounds really cool to me. Okay. 2 done. We're just in mid-autumn. I think there's a reasonable chance we can get this 3rd one done. But then we have, again, 1, 2... We have 2 more. Actually isn't as much as I thought. It's pretty wacky. All right, so the quick tour of the Diluvian machine. Over here in our brook, we're sucking it dry right now, as we have a pump stack bringing us up about 10 Z levels. We move it all the way over here into a very large and open reservoir, which we are slowly filling with water, multiple Z levels high. It's like a giant funnel. And we can either flood the map with it on the top, or we can use the bottom floodder, which brings it all the way down into our false entrance, which will be fun for the people who get sealed inside. And later on, of course, we can drain the false entrance all the way down here. And at some point we will want to forbid that door, but not yet. How is my squad doing? You're a professional fighter, an expert hammer dwarf. You guys are getting pretty good. Expert swords dwarf. I love it. You're gonna be ready. Legendary, all kinds of things. You've been training for ages. So one of the old strategies of the game, back before you could set them to train like this and spar and everything, one of the old things you would do is create like a training room. And I think there are other names for it. Training room is not what you'd typically call it, I guess, but functionally it was a training room where you would put a bunch of wooden training spears It had to be like training ones in a room and basically subject a dwarf to the pain of dealing with that room. But it would allow them to learn to block things better. It would allow them to dodge, stuff like that. They would be much more accomplished at fighting very quickly by putting them through that room. But now it's much better to do training, as far as I understand, like through what we're doing here. Sheep bone earring, goat bone figurine of dwarves, dog bone earring, and scepter. We could sell a lot of these bone crafts later. That'll be a good option. We got a lot of wool here. They're supposed to be just outputting. Oh, I guess they've sheared it from here, whatever, okay. How's that animal population going? Oh, looking pretty small now. Dude, I feel terrible for all of them. They're seeing this happen, like, hey, when people get drug over there, they get killed. I don't want to be drug over there. Oh no, they're dragging me over there. It's starting to snow, or what? What are these little flecks? Nope, cloudberry. Okay. We can still fill for a little bit longer as we move into mid-autumn. To the middle of mid-autumn. Mid-autumn. We're just about 2 hours and 15 minutes in. We'll probably go until right around time the freeze happens. And then I will wrap up. And we'll come back on tomorrow's stream. I do return to work tomorrow, so I'll be streaming in the afternoon. None of that timing matters for you. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be 2 weeks from now. So at like the 16th or whatever, minimum. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon and we will continue with this fun. We'll have to make it through the winter all the way into the spring. We've noticed that time is definitely moving much more slowly now that we have such a horrible frame rate. I'm hoping we fix that a little bit. I don't mind a lower frame rate where we have a little bit more time to do things. Because with the normal frame rate, things move so fast that unless you're watching everything and pausing all the time, you can easily miss things. Like, oh man, they finished that and I wanted to queue up another thing, but they've been done with it for so long now. There's a good balance where once the frame rate dips a little bit, it becomes a little bit easier to manage things, honestly. I'm not saying that the game should be changed per se. I do like the fast speed at the same time. But there is a nice balance between the two where you can kind of enjoy the lower frame rate too. We're way below that balance. Hey look, the frame rate's going up. Cool. I'm not doing anything. We're just watching the water here as I talk and wax poetic. Enjoying the music. Can we do this with Steam? I don't know how Steam works on here. If you had like the aqueduct pumping water through, but you had magma just below it with magma safe material, right? That would still heat up the material and potentially boil the water into steam. Could you have a big trapped container of steam? And then if you opened it, would it be pressurized? And then you could fill the tunnel with steam instead of water? And just, oof. You know, it'd suck to be in there. Oh, we have 3s and 4s. I mean, they're going to be sucked up right away because we have too many 1s and 2s still, but I saw a 3 and a 4 on the right-hand side there. Yeah, I'm just thinking of different goofy, interesting things we could potentially do here. Probably not on this fortress, though. I do sense the imminent demise of this fortress once we turn enemies on, despite whatever level of preparation I do. That didn't work. Why did you freeze? That's a lot of ice. Is it because it's exposed to air down here? Next question. Well, that doesn't make sense because this part up here doesn't freeze. Yeah, I thought it would only freeze if it was outside. This part doesn't freeze. These squares here would freeze. So I think we're done for the year. This will give some time for the pumps to... Actually, what they're going to do, they're going to flood the map a bit, aren't they? No, they're frozen. They're not working anymore. Frozen elsewhere. Probably these. Well, that's okay. We can let it stay that way. If we go down to the water level here, we see we're getting 2s and stuff showing up now. So we're going to have a little bit of time before the thaw. Or before, yeah, before the freeze, I mean, where water will start to build back up. And once the thaw happens, we'll have a little bit of excess water here. So we can work at a more normal pace. Rapid fill. It's going to be good. We'll give it a little bit more time here. I'd like to see what happens here. I put this marble floor here. We can't see it right now, but I put marble floor here where there used to be a bridge. Oh, I forgot to fix these up. That's fine now. But I put this marble floor here, and I was hoping that it would keep this from turning into ice. Now, it's not going to keep flowing through the entire winter, but it would keep a little bit more water going through in the winter. And even just the little bits over here that don't freeze would have an opportunity to go through here. I'd like to see if that is going to work. Although I have no idea. Could always rip that up at some point. Masterpiece iron chain. I wasn't aware that we used chains. By that I mean, what would I have used a chain on that would have caused us to make more? Not entirely sure on that one. Hey, we're getting somewhere. We are going to have to dig this out, though, now that I remember. But the brook freezes entirely, so it's not a big deal. I want to get those slopes taken care of. And I would like to... Can we just do that? Hang on. It's not deep. Oh, no, don't. Yeah, let's not. The freeze is on the way. I'm an idiot. I could have maybe done that earlier when it was shallow. There's one piece of water does not want to go away. I can't believe all of that froze over just so quickly. Yeah, I don't know if there's another way to stop this from freezing then. If you're telling me this does not count as being indoors at all, we have floors on everything. They're roofs, right? They're rooftops, basically. There's got to be openings for the pumps, but whatever. That's all sealed off. It's all sealed off up here. Every single part of this is sealed off. I mean, it would be leaking if it wasn't. I don't know what to make of that. Can I help you? You're in this depression, but you're going to have problems. Wearing tattered clothes. Yeah, he can sometimes act without deliberation. He's often nervous, a turnaround after being confined in 108. So he went to jail a couple years ago. Why are you wearing a crown? No needs are showing up. But over here it says we do have needs. Acquire object, fight, be with family, pray to Takaru. You could pray, we have a temple. Might not be big enough, but we have a temple. What kind of goofy soaps might we have up here? Or do they take them all? No, we just have dog soap. Alright, maybe I won't wait anymore for the freeze. Well, no, let's at least wait through the 15th. That might be a milestone day. The Ides. How are we looking next to the pumps? Back up to 3s. Yeah, we're getting some freezing here on the moat now, which is normal. Happens every year. The rest will freeze up over time. Alright, I think that's good for now. You still have the parts that dried up down here. They're gonna fill back up over time. It's gonna take some time because of just the sheer volume of water that we're pumping out here. An interesting alternative would be, once it falls down here, would actually be to have a second flow instead of going off the map. We'd have to redig some of this, but have a second flow that goes back this way, all the way over here, And then a huge pump stack. Huge pump stack going up to here and filling it. Do I want to do that? Not really. But it would be nice to be able to recycle it. It would be easier to refill after draining it, but it's a mega project. It's supposed to be beefy. It's not supposed to be something you just use every 5 minutes, right? We're gonna spend literal seasons to fill this thing. Multiple seasons to fill this damn thing. Alright, so thank you to anyone who tuned in for this video. This offline session, YouTube only session of Dwarf Fortress, as I did 2 problems here. Operation saved the FPS with more butchery and stuff. And I still feel bad about it, but hey, it's just going to be happening for a while. Cut down that animal population a little bit, I guess literally, and try... I mean, we're at least going to get a bunch of leather and stuff out of it, so that's useful. Uh-oh. Where? No way. Are you serious? So much for my outro. Let's get them buried real quick. Take a look at a combat report. Donu or Unib. Neither one shows up. Alright, doesn't matter then. So yeah, thanks for joining as I work on that operation there to hopefully help the frame rate as well as Donu, as well as working on the Diluvian machine, Unib. So if you want to see Dwarf Fortress when I am live, it is my Tuesday, Thursday slot. So Tuesday, Thursday afternoon, Central Time. I'm in Texas. So look up Texas time if you need to know when I'm going to be going live. It's also, I'm going to try to keep up with updating the schedule here on Twitch, and that updates to your time zone. So you can look at the panels down there as well. Although I did forget to do it for today, so that's my mistake. I'm going to do it right after this for the rest of the week. So you can follow me over here on Twitch to see that. And I also do programming streams Monday, Wednesday. I do a specific game on Saturday, Sunday in the daytime. I do another game. And we're going to be starting that up, a new one on this upcoming Saturday. I do another game Friday, Saturday night, which right now is Caves of Cod. I do Genshin Impact every Sunday. I do play all kinds of games. So just because Dwarf Fortress and Caves of Cod are happening at the same time, and I'm doing a roguelike tutorial, I'm interested in more than just roguelikes. I love lots of different RPGs, simulation type games, just various mixes of games, you know. Not going to go through everything, but all kinds of stuff here if you were interested. You're on YouTube already if you're watching this, so I would appreciate if you do all that fun stuff. Like, subscribe, notification bell, leave a comment. I do read and respond to my comments, so I would appreciate all that good stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter. The main thing I do there is retweet images of fennec foxes and stuff like that, occasional capybara or whatever, but I also tweet every time I go live. So that's a way to keep up with when I'm going live. You can turn the notifications on and see exactly when it's happening. So there is all that fun stuff. Now we're going to queue up a couple more coffins. We've been using a bunch. Why is my watch vibrating? Because it wants me to walk. So BFX. We'll place a limestone coffin. No, we won't. Place it here. And we will put down a couple slabs. So let's do zone. Boom. Figure out which slab is going to go where. Donu, you were easy to find. I recognize your name too. You were a soldier or something, weren't you? I might be wrong. No, it just says human poet. Ituldreme. That I recognize that name for some reason. I don't know why. Not sure what happened that makes me recognize them. They were just naked. They definitely weren't a soldier. And Unib. Okay, so now we do BFL for the slab. And we find Donu. And what is it? Unib. There you are. We also put down that last slab, and I never read about it. Obak. In memory of Obak Zasadin, born 18, died after colliding with an obstacle in the year 110. Creator of Bird and Number, The Lost Shafts, lover of the Sister Bear of Berries. What's your deal? Are you sad? Everything just so in its proper place. No, she's in a pretty good mood, apparently. Healthy. Cool. No, what are we building? Traction? No, you're not traction benches. Yeah, you're slabs. Although we've already queued up slabs, we'll order more. Alrighty, so as I said, thank you for anyone who stuck around to watch this. To see the progress on the Diluvian machine. It's been fun. I can't wait to see this thing in action one day. The goal of the next stream is probably going to be to get this thing fully filled, and I will do the, you know, I keep making the joke or whatever, like in Elder Scrolls when you walk into a city and quick save. That's not me. I'm not even trying to be funny. That's not me. I don't play like that. But I know the meme. I know people do that where they walk into a city, they save, and they just start slaughtering people. It's going to be kind of like that. We're going to make a save, and we're just going to hit the map flood lever and see what happens. I don't want to live with that consequence. You know, we're going to load back, but I gotta see it. There's no way I am not going to not see it, right? It's going to be a good time. And then, once we'll queue up the armor, and once everyone's kind of outfitted a bit, I think it'll be time to, are you really asking for more stuff? Why? Once I queue up the armor and get everyone kind of situated with that, I think it'll be time to turn enemies on and see how bad it gets. You know, because one thing we've done is we've set up everything for that false entrance. Well, that doesn't have any bearing on what's going on down here. Or down here. So we've got some problems. I'm probably going to bridge those off where they can't even come down here until I'm ready. As good as this place is for resources, we need to also get to another cavern layer and try to find, oh my god, there's so many plump helmets. We need to try to get to another cavern layer and find as many, find some magma, and then we're gonna have another pump stack in the works to get that magma up. So that's gonna be fun. Looking forward to doing that one. Never done a magma pump stack, or we could just build the magma down there, or build the forges down there, but that's also tricky. Alright, enough of me rambling while I'm still doing things, making an excuse to keep playing. Excuses like waiting on slabs. In memory of Dono Ituldreme, died after colliding with an obstacle, devoted mother and wife. And you died after colliding with an obstacle, devoted father and husband. Cool. Alright. We got 4s under the Diluvian machine. That's going to be good when it turns back on. So, save and return to title. Thank you again for watching. And until next time, have a good day, have a good night, whatever it is, wherever you're at, take it easy.